Hi guys, I welcome you all for the Load Runner session. In this session, we are going to see about scripting in Load Runner concept. So Web2s is the application that we are going to select for the scripting purposes. So here Web2s is a basic flight reservation application. With the help of this Web2s application, we can able to generate four types of scripts. First one is the user registration, second one is the random flight reservation, third one is the cheapest flight reservation, and the fourth one is the cancel ticket. So in this session, we are going to create the user registration script. Let's go on and continue. So before starting the user registration script process, we need to start the server of Web2s. As it is a local host server, okay, we need to start the Web2s server. So after starting the Web2s server, we need to create the script with the help of the virtual user generator. So if you open the virtual user generator, it will look like this. We are going to have different panes in the virtual user generator. If you want to add a new script to the virtual user generator, then go to the file, click on new script and solution. It will open one window. There you need to select the category as single protocol and the protocol as web HTTP and HTML, and you need to give a meaningful name. So as I am doing the Web2s application, I am giving the name as Web2s. Okay, in Web2s I am doing the user registration. So user registration underscore, as I am recording it for the first time, I'm giving it as underscore R1, and I'm creating this particular script on this date, right? So today date is 22nd 04 2020. Okay, and the location, keep it as it is. Okay, in this particular location we are going to store the script. Okay, now click on create. If you observe, our VUgen created the new script here. So in order to record the script, we are going to select on the action and we are going to click on the record button which is available here. If you click on the record button, it will open one new window. There we are going to keep as it is, whatever the default values or settings are there, we are going to keep it as it is, and we are going to click on start recording. It will ask the action was already recorded or modified. Do you want to replace the existing content? Actually, I have used the same name for another purpose, so it is asking like this. Okay, as you are doing for the first time, it is not going to ask. Okay, so click on S. If you observe, it is going to open one pane. Okay, and also it will open the Microsoft Internet Explorer. Okay, so let us discuss some points related to this pane. Okay, if you observe, this pane is recording some events, like whatever the actions that is going to be done by this in Microsoft Internet Explorer. Okay, it is going to record, okay, in the form of a events. Okay, like if we are giving some URL and if we are clicking on enter, that is nothing but this Microsoft Internet Explorer is doing some process, right? So that is nothing but that process need to be recorded by this VUgen. So it is going to record this VUgen with the help of the VUgen. Okay, and there are different options that we are having here. Okay, so let us go on with these concepts one by one. Okay, while recording itself. So my first step here is I'm going to insert the comment here. Okay, what I'm going to do is my first step. Okay, I'm going to navigate to the Web2s home page. Okay, so my first step is I'm going to navigate to the Web2s home page. Okay, so I'm inserting that as a comment here. So why we need to insert the comment means, if any other person is using your recording script, okay, recorded script, then at that time that person should understand easily. So for that purpose we are going to insert the comment. Okay, Next, what we need to do is we need to give the URL here. Okay. So before giving the URL here, okay, what we need to do is we need to insert the start transaction. Okay. So we are having two options here. One is the insert start transaction and the other one is the insert end transaction. So what it will do is nothing but, so after giving the URL here and after pressing the enter, okay, so it will go to the home page that we all know, right? So how much time it has taken for this process, okay, is going to be collected with the help of this start transaction as well as end transaction. I hope I am clear, guys, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the transaction. Okay. Here also there should be some meaningful name. So I'm going to give it as webtools underscore user registration underscore, as I'm going to the home page, right? I'm going to home page. So home page underscore, as this is the first transaction, transaction 01, I'm going to give it. Okay. And I'm going to give it. And next I'm going to place the URL. Okay. And I'm going to press enter. Now our browser will go to the home page of the web tools, right? So it is taking some time. Now we got the WebTools homepage, right? So next step, what we need to do is we need to end the transaction. So our first transaction is done, right? So for that purpose, we need to end the transaction, right? So, but before ending the transaction, okay, how the system will understand that whether our first page is arrived or not. Okay, so for that purpose we are going to insert a text check here. Okay, like whenever if this page is home page is loaded, okay, how the system will understand that we have reached the home page. Okay, so that is going to be done with the help of the text check. Okay, so here I am selecting this particular letters in this particular browser, that is nothing but welcome to the WebTools site. Okay, and I'm inserting this as a text check. Okay, so I'm inserting this as a text check. So I clicked here, so it has inserted that welcome to the WebTools site as a text check. So whenever if you are navigating to the home page, okay, it will check whether this text is available or not. Okay, if this text is available, then it is going to pass the transactions saying that I have found this text. Okay, if this text is not available, okay, then what is going to say, it will fail the transaction. Okay, so after this we need to end the transaction by clicking on the name. Okay, so this is the process that we keep on continuing in the next step. Okay, so our next step is we need to do the user registration. For that we need to click the sign up now, right? So again I'm going to insert the comment, and my second step is I'm going to do the click on sign up, right? So click on sign up now. So click on sign up now, I'm going to do now, right? So next what we need to do, we need to insert the start transaction. Okay, so I'm going to give the name as webtools underscore user registration underscore. Next I'm going to do the sign up process, right? Sign up underscore, and this transaction is the second one, so I'm going to give it as T. Okay, so after starting the transaction, okay, we need to click on the sign up now. Okay, again here also before ending the transaction we need to give the text check, right? So I'm going to give the text check as first time registering as a text check here. Okay, and I'm going to end the transaction. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill the details, and I'm going to click on the continue option. Okay. So our third step is fill user profile and click on continue and click on continue. Okay. So again, we need to start the transaction here. Okay. So the transaction name again we need to give as webtools underscore. Sorry, I need to keep WS webtools underscore user registration underscore, and now I am doing the registering process, right? So registering register. Okay, register underscore T03. This is the third transaction, right? So T03. So I'm going to give the some names, okay, randomly. So let us give me the name as some Krishna and password as DEMOPWD, demo PWD. Okay, and same confirm password as demo PWD. Okay, if you want, you can verify it by clicking on this. Okay, demo PWD is the password that I have given for both the cases. Okay, so next first name is Krishna D and last name is Chaitanya. Okay, and street address, let us say it as some Kukatpalli, and city is Hyderabad. Okay, and click on continue. Okay, so after clicking on continue, okay, it need to show this text value, right? So we need to select this text value and we are going to click it as insert text check, and we are going to click stop the transaction or end the transaction. Okay, so next what we need to do, we need to log in. Okay, if you clearly observe here, if we click continue, automatically it will go to the login page and it will log in with the credentials, given credentials, right? So again, we need to go for the fourth step. What is our fourth step? Click on continue for doing login process, for doing login process, for doing login. So again, we need to give the transaction name as webtools underscore user registration underscore. Now I'm going to give the name as login underscore is the transaction 4, right? So I'm going to give it as T04. Okay. So now I'm going to click on continue. So after clicking on continue, again we need to we need to go for the text check. So here I'm going to select this as the insert text check and I'm going to end the transaction. Okay. As a final step, what we are going to do is we're going to click on sign off button. Okay. Sign off button. So for that purpose, again, I am inserting the transaction webtools underscore user registration underscore sign off underscore transaction 5. I am giving the name as transaction 5. Okay, so I'm clicking the sign off button. Okay, after clicking the sign off button, again it is going to come to the home page, right? So here also we need to make sure that whether it came to the home page or not. So for that purpose, we are going to give the text check. Last time we have given the text check for the welcome to WebTours site, right? Now we are going to take this value, that is to make reservations as the text check. So I am giving the inserting as the text check and I am ending the transaction. Okay, so and I am going to stop the recording now by clicking this stop recording button. So in this way we need to create the record the script. Okay, now it is generating the script. It will take some time, so let's wait. Now if you observe, the script is generated. Okay, so if you observe the script carefully, here whatever the comment that we have given, okay, it is placed here on the top. Okay, what is the next step that we have done? Next step we have done is the transaction, inserting the start transaction. Okay, so we have inserted the start transaction. Okay, next what we have to do is we need to go for the text check, right? So text check, okay, and end transaction. Okay, this is for the first step. Okay, and next click on sign up, that is the second step. Next fill user profile, that is the third step. Okay, next click on the continue for doing login, this is the fourth step. Next click on sign off button, that is the fifth step. Okay, so in this way we need to record the user registration script. Okay, now we are going to run the script and we are going to check the output process. Okay, so let's wait, guys. So before running the script, okay, so we need to check whether any values to be parameterized or not, or any values to be correlated or not. So if you observe, these are the values that we are having here. Okay, so let's do the parameterization for these values here. Okay, so generally parameterization is going to be done for those values, okay, so which is not going to change continuously. Okay, so and the correlation is going to be done to those values who is going to change continuously, like user sessions is the one of the best example, okay, to which we need to do the correlation process. Okay, whereas usernames, passwords, all those things are the examples, okay, to which we need to do the parameterization. Okay, so now let us start doing the parameterization process for the username. Okay, so just double click on this. Okay, and click on right click on this particular username and click on replace with parameter and click on create new parameter. There you need to give the name, parameter name as p username. Okay, so p username, so p is nothing but it simply indicates the parameter. P is for indicating this as a parameter. P, the name of the parameter is the user name. Okay, and let's go to the properties. Click on properties. Okay, so if you see here, it is asking some file path, p username dot dat. Okay, so we don't have any dat. Dat is nothing but a data file. So we don't have any data file with the name p username. So for that purpose, what we are going to do is we are going to create that. Okay, so after clicking on the create table, okay, it is going to ask us whether we need to create a new data file named so and so. So click on OK. So it will create the new data file. If you observe, okay, I have given the username as Krishna, so it has taken automatically the username as Krishna here, right? So next step, okay, so we are going to close this and we are going to click on OK. Okay, so it is going to ask whether you want to replace any other occurrences. Click on OK if you want to replace, or click on no if you don't want. Okay, so I'm clicking no here. Okay, so let's go on with this only one parameter as a parameterization thing. Okay, so again, if I want to go there, like if I want to add some values to this parameter, so double click on this. Let's go to the parameter properties. Okay, here you can click on edit with notepad. Okay, and I am going to give some different names as some Ravi, Ramu, Naveen, Ranganath, like this. Okay, I have added some 4 more names here, right? So I'm not changing any other things, and I'm going to save it and I'm going to close it. If you observe, these names are added here. Okay, So why I'm adding these names is simply nothing but I want to run and I want to show the output for these names also. Like I want to create the sign up process for these usernames also. Ravi is one username, Ramu is one username, Naveen and Ranganath are the different usernames. Okay. So remaining values I am going to keep as it is, like the demo password. Okay. Uh, the other address details, all those things I'm going to keep as it is. I'm not going to do any parameterization for this. Okay. As is the basic video. And if you observe one more thing here, like Krishna, okay, with username Krishna, that already registration is done, right? So when I'm going for the next iteration, okay, this username Krishna should not be in this particular usernames, right? So for that purpose, what I'm going to do is, here we are having in the file format, we are having first data line option. Okay, here we are going to select this as data line 2. Then automatically, if you observe, Krishna is not there here, right? So we are going to select one more option here as select next row as sequential and update value on each iteration and click on close. So before running this script, okay, we need to do some more settings in the runtime settings. So now double click on the runtime settings which are there in the solution explorer. Okay, go to the run logic and you have added 4 names, right? So make the number of iterations as 4 and go to the like pacing log, go to the log. Okay, and select this as extended log and parameter substitution. So with the help of this, we can able to see the output in our output pane. Okay, and also do one more thing, that go to the preferences and enable this image and text checks option. Okay, then only it will go with the text checks. That is nothing but text checking option that we have done in our case, that is WebRec find option. So click on save and go to the action tab and click on replay button. Okay, so before clicking on the replay button, again one more setting we need to check. Okay, go to the tools options. Okay, and in that go to the scripting. Okay, in that go to the replay log. In that during replay show runtime viewer. Okay, so what is this runtime viewer? I will tell you after running the script. So just select this one and click on OK, and then go and do the replay again. So if you click on replay, so now you can observe that this whole window is going to be shortened and one runtime viewer is going to be started here. Okay, on the right side. So this, what is the meaning of this runtime viewer is, so while the process is running, okay, how the tabs are moving, okay, that we can see in this runtime viewer. Okay, so as we have given 4 iterations, okay, so it went for 4 iterations and it has given some errors. Okay, what is that error? If we observe, okay, there is some WebRec find error. That is nothing but there is some text check error. Okay, so as of now, ignore this error. Okay, and try to check whether these users have created or not. Okay, so if these users have created or not, okay, it simply means that there is some problem in the WebRec find correlation. Okay, if this is not there, like if the users are not done, then there is a problem with the recording process. Okay, so now in order to check whether these users are created or not, okay, go to the start server, that is WebTools server, and right click on this and click on open location, and in this folder you just go to CGI bin and users, and here click on sort by date modified. Okay, sort by date modified. Okay, if you observe, I have given the names as Ranganath, Naveen, Ramu and Ravi. 4 users they have created. Okay, so this WebRec find, maybe we have given somewhere wrong in this WebRec find, so that's why it is showing the error as WebRec find. So other than that, we have generated the, or we have registered the users, right? So, and if you observe here, okay, so webtours underscore user registration underscores T1, T01, that is nothing but this is the transaction time that this particular home page is taken. Like after clicking the enter button, okay, so 1.1 seconds. Like see here, this is in the duration of minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. So here it is 1 second, 1.3 milliseconds. Okay, 1 second, 1.3 milliseconds. So here, if you observe the transaction 2, that is sign up process, it took only 934 milliseconds. Okay, and if you do the register process, it took only 748 milliseconds. Okay, so these are the users of the transactions and text checks, right? So this is all about the user registration process in the case of web tools. Thank you.